Welcome back to Bayou Time, talking about a lot of things tonight. And in a few minutes, we're going to have Joe Harrison, State Representative Joe Harrison, on the phone. And certainly it's been an interesting day in Baton Rouge. Just to give you a few footnotes on some things that are taking place. The synthetic marijuana bill. Just talking to some of the legislators today, that's going to fly through. They made a slight change, which is going to unanimously be approved. That act shall become effective on July 15, 2011. And if vetoed by the governor and subsequently approved by the legislature, this act shall become effective on July 15, 2011. So I don't think the governor is going to veto it, but if he does, then the House is prepared to override the veto. That bill will become effective July 15, 2011. So if you're in the area and you're selling synthetic marijuana, guess what? You ain't going to be no more on July 15th, 2011. And a lot of you said it would never happen. That was selling it. It's going to happen. Okay? All right. Let's turn our attention to the cigarette tax. Of course, you know, the governor pretty much vetoed a 4-cent portion of the state cigarette tax. And today in the House, they tacked it on a separate bill that is immune from a gubernatorial veto. So the surprise move came about 5 days after Governor Jindal vetoed a similar measure, and it's ultimately now going to be decided by voters this fall. And what happened, Representative Harold Ritchie added the tax proposal to a proposed constitutional amendment, Senate Bill 53 by Senator John Alario, that seeks to direct more than $40 million a year in tobacco settlement proceeds to TOPS college scholarships. So the cigarette tax proposal was put behind the TOPS scholarships. So in speaking, and I'm going to let him in his own words in a little while, Representative Joe Harrison said the governor was livid on this one, that this was a surprise by the House, but I guess the House wasn't happy about what the governor did. So what do you think about it in the public? What do you think about the cigarette tax? I'm just reporting what happened. Obviously, there's a lot of you out there who smoke. There's a lot of you out there who don't smoke. So there are different sides of the equation that are going to be affected by the cigarette tax. Also, education is affected by the cigarette tax, and I think probably in upwards of $50 million that this tax means for education. And once again, we'll have Joe Harrison on the phone in about, give or take, 8 or 9 minutes, so he'll be able to tell us a little bit about what's taking place. Let's take some phone calls now, 879-1231. Tell us what you think about that, about the synthetic marijuana bill. And in general, if you want to bring up a topic of your own and discuss it, we can do that tonight. Here we go. HTV, welcome to Bayou Time. You're on the air. Go ahead, please.
Hey, man, what's going on, dude?
What's up, Ricky? You the lead-off hitter tonight.
How you like that, boy? I'm going to knock him out the park right now, too.
Go ahead.
I'm telling home is coming and looking at your left field. But irregardless, you see that cigarette tax? Due to my condition and my unfortunate circumstances, I still don't think they ought to go up on the prices, but hey, they're going to go up no matter what because it's a government-paid, controlled disease. It's killing people. But just like the video poker money is supposed to save our schools, that ain't happening. Forget it. It's going to be put in the politician's pocket like everything else. I mean, you face it, it's been that way for years, you know?
Well, you know what? If the gambling money would have went to education, I would sit here and argue with you, but I can't argue with you because the gambling money did not go where it was supposed to go.
That's right, you know that's right, and the people at the top of you know that's right. Somebody lied once again.
Right.
But regardless, you know, I ain't going to dribble with that there. I mean, I'm tired of beating that dead horse. There ain't nothing ever gonna become of it. I just wanted to tell the people of Terrebonne Parish a while back, Tricky Ricky had a real good day on Bayou Terrebonne. Man, there are people pulling up on the highway, people pulling up in boats. We had a boucherie right there on Bayou Terrebonne at offshore Doug McGee's house. Man, we had freaking alligator tails, soft-shell crab, red snapper, red fish, and even Tara Daniels' little woman was cooking blackberry dumplings.
All right, now look, if I let you talk about all your parties you've had, we're going to be here for 2 hours, so I got to go, all right?
All right, well, I'm going to give you a shout-out to my boy, Handy Dandy, and his little sidekick, Babylon.
All right, Ricky, have a good night.
All right, dude.
All right, bye-bye. HTV, you're on the air. What you want to talk about tonight?
Hello.
Hey, you're on. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. Oh, gee, I didn't know I was going to be the second caller
You're the
tonight.
second one.
Very, very good. Okay. I feel like this. I don't smoke, but I have a brother that smokes. Okay? I see these children smoking, and I feel like this lowering cigarette prices means more kids can afford them, okay? All right. Now, if more kids can afford them, they're going to become addicted smokers, putting them at a higher risk for cancer and heart disease and other illness. And I mean, I know Governor Gender said no new taxes, but we're going to have higher health care costs in the future. And I feel like this here. I be thinking to myself all the time, Louisiana always be the last for everything. Okay, just like the cell phones. They need to pass a law. If any policeman see anybody talking on the cell phone, they need to automatically pull them outside and give them a ticket. The reason why I said this, my brother in Homer has a pastor of a church. They took a trip to San Antonio, Texas. They were on their way back this past Thursday. When somewhere toward Lafayette, when he attempted to turn, a man ran in the back of him in an SUV. And I mean, you should see the car. If someone would have been sitting in the back, they would have been killed. The police came, and the guy said he couldn't lie. He was reaching down at his cell phone. Everybody who has a cell phone should have people, they should know the people in their mind that they talk to. You get ready to go somewhere, you call these people, say, look, I'm getting ready to get on the road. Don't call me, or I'll call you when I stop. Too much is happening. And I mean, this needs to be a stop. They need to, if you see somebody talking on the cell phone, that law needs to pass. Give them a ticket. You stop when you stop, or get that little deal that go on your ear. But as far as the cigarette taxes, these young people are smoking. They seeing their friends smoking. They want to smoke, and in the future, they will have health problems.
Well,
I know he said no new taxes. I don't smoke, but I'm for it just because of the children, the grandchildren, and other people's children that's coming up.
And that's been the argument of some of the legislators. They're saying by increasing the tax, it'll stop people from buying, and eventually it'll help healthcare-wise. But, of course, if the smokers have a whole different opinion, but you're certainly entitled to your opinion, and you're right on line with what a lot of people are thinking.
That's right, and don't just think about yourself. So many people thinking about themselves. They don't want it to go up. If bringing the cigarettes up higher to help my brother in Georgia stop smoking, put him up.
There you go.
I want him to stop smoking.
And you'll tell him right to his face, I'm sure, too.
And I'll tell him,
I'm glad
they're going up so you won't buy them, because I want you to live long.
There you go. Well, I appreciate the call.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
HTV, welcome to the program tonight. What would you like to talk about?
Hello, Martin.
How you doing tonight?
Pretty good, bro. Yeah, well, we're talking about this cigarette tax. Gambling is a worse vice than cigarettes.
Okay.
Because you got your kids starving because their parents are gambling. So why don't they pass a $5 head tax when you walk in the casino? You have to have that stamp.
I think your dog agrees with you, too. Your dog's
That's
barking.
right. He's got more sense than some of the damn politicians we have.
What's your
Why
dog?
don't they pass a $5 tax? If you want to go gamble, you got to have that stamp. That's a bad vice. People gambling and their kids are starving.
Yeah, what did you think about the house in their ploy today? It was a little different, but they certainly launched a scud right in the governor's camp by adding that to another House bill. I thought that was pretty gamesman to do that.
Well, it's got to be voted on by the people now.
Yep, that's right.
And you know, you ought to call a call the other night about these taxes. That we steady giving away our little freedoms, like these permits and stuff like that. These councilmen and all are steady giving away our freedom. You know, they want to charge us for this. They want to charge us for that. But gambling is a bad vice.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people on welfare gamble. So that way, if you got to pay a $5 ticket stamp to go in a casino, you can find out who's on welfare and who's gambling.
Okay, appreciate your point.
You know?
Yeah, understand.
That's what they ought to be spending their time on instead of a full cent sales tax on cigarettes. That ain't nothing but a carton. That's 40 cents on a carton.
Well,
that ain't going to stop nobody from smoking.
Well, no, but it's $50 million in revenue to the state, that's for sure.
All right, you want revenue?
Tell me how
You're
you
gambling.
Yeah.
They have all the revenue they need. They just don't use it in the right place.
All right.
Kennedy wanted to cut 1,500 jobs that they don't need. What? They didn't vote. They voted it down because their deadhead partners have these jobs.
Telling it like it is.
I'm telling it like it is. It's about time somebody does.
Mm-hmm. I agree with you.
They think the people are stupid in Louisiana. You know, just like this, the Corps engineers. They study for 2 years. When it's time to do the work, they got to study again because it's obsolete. Somebody need to wake up in Baton Rouge, man.
Well, we appreciate the call.
Okay, Martin, you have a good night. You're doing a good job.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Bye-bye. All right, we do have to take a break. All the lines are lit up. We're coming right back to you on Bayou Time. Don't go away.